Alrighty, looks like I'm live. Michael's in, body beat down. Good morning. I'm going to keep the kitchen light off. I think the quality is better if I don't have that light on. I was looking, hi Michael, how you doing? Welcome to John McBean Scottish Fitness, where today we're going to change things up. I have been doing breakfast and then going for my long hike and then going to the gym. And what I think I was doing is I was using up a lot of my energy for the walk and not having it available when I lift. So I'm going to go to the gym first this morning. And then when I come back, I will go for my hike and then do the how far did I walk poll. Now yesterday, yesterday I had the wife go with me in the hike, so we only went like a mile because it was her first time getting out and walking, and obviously I didn't want to get her all sore. So I'm throwing a slice of bacon in there because I like bacon, and I use the bacon grease to cook it. Otherwise, I'll be doing eggs, and I'll be throwing some meat in it from last night's dinner. I got pork chops, and then I also have what were bratwurst burgers, which I bought at Hy-Vee, and they were really good. So these will be maybe a lunch staple for me. Who we got in here today? Zombie Cat, welcome. Thanks for stopping in. If you subscribe, thank you. If not, please do. Now today is our nutrition chat. It is Monday, the beginning of the week. Monday is my chest day. So I'll be going and doing bench. I'm going to change things up from last week where I was going for a 2 to 3 mile hike and then going to the gym. And I think I had it backwards. So I'm going to go to the gym, do the heavy lifting. I'll have a video on that later on today. And then when I get home, after I eat lunch, then I will take my stroll down the road and do some recon. And the reason I'm using recon is I've been learning a lot about my area. So when you're driving around the neighborhood, you'll notice houses and you'll see playgrounds and you'll see things. But the thing of it is, you're not collecting really any audio intel. So I have drove down this road many times. Yeah, beautiful day to you too. Thank you, Zombie Cat. And now that I've walked, well, it's a whole different story. A place that I thought was no one was living in, I realized there's a lot of people living there. I've gotten to make friends with the dogs down the road, which is always a good thing because I like dogs. Not quite loud enough, but I'm here. Okay. I can try to talk louder. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do. It helps that algorithm thing. Today I got my farm fresh eggs. I walked over and seen a neighbor yesterday and got 4 more dozens. Now I got 8 dozen, almost 8 dozen eggs in the fridge. So I got to start eating it because they're only good for so while. I had to throw some out yesterday because I had 4 in the skillet and I cracked one open and when it come out, it wasn't good news. So I had to dump that whole batch and restart. So that's what I can do is I can pop it in a bowl and throw it in a bowl later, and that'll keep me from wasting any. So eggs, I'll have some meat to throw in there. Of course, I use my Fairlife milk. So I went and bought more. Amazing how fast we go through this, but I use Fairlife. It's got 13 grams of protein per serving versus 8 versus milk versus 1 gram versus almond milk. It also carries vitamin D, calcium, potassium, vitamin A, B6, B12, phosphorus, magnesium, zinc, and selenium. So a lot of things that your body needs are right into here. I also take vitamins. So I take a multivitamin, which is going to cover a lot of my needs that if I don't get from food, I will get from the vitamin itself. Now I take it with food. And then I do some specialized vitamins. D3 is one of them. Now D3 will get less and less important as the weather gets better. Now that I'm going for hikes, my body will start producing its own D3. How much is completely dependent on how much skin is exposed. So if I'm bundled up, it's really not going to do anything because, the skin is not, sun is not making contact with the skin. Here I got vitamin C. So D3 is good for skin health and for immunity and muscle repair. C is good for skin, muscle repair and immunity. Zinc is also a necessity for immunity. It's really powerful against colds and viruses. And then for blood and circulation, I take what's called arginine. So arginine is an amino. It breaks down to NO3. Helps your circulation, helps your heart health, helps your blood vessel health. So all those things are important for you to have a healthy lifestyle, especially if you're lifting heavy. So another thing, if you are lifting a lot, if you're doing a lot of exercises, you do need to take more of these. So your body is utilizing a lot more when you're very active. I got show 6 in chat. 2 thumbs up. Please hit the thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. Down me with Scottish Fitness. Here is my new shirt. Hope everybody likes it. They are available. Just email me at scottishfitness.com. Let me type that in there. At gmail.com. Sorry. The lower 48 stage, 20 for a shirt, $7.50 for shipping and handling. You're just buying one shirt, it'll come in a package like this. So I'll tape up really nice. You're buying multiple shirts and I have a size larger. I had a few people on Prepper Nation this morning, and one of them was asking, do I have a workout routine for older people? And I said, absolutely I do. I said, you either pop it on my live stream and we can talk about it, or shoot me an email. Generally, when people do email me about other fitness goals, there are a couple of questions I ask first. I try to get an idea of where are you in fitness right now, what your nutrition is looking like. Are you eating a real breakfast? Are you eating a real lunch? Are you eating a real dinner? What types of food are you eating? Is there any sort of injuries that you've had that I need to be aware of? Are there any limitations, physically that I need to be aware of? And then I'm always going to start to slow. Slow and steady is the best way of doing this. My chat's still working. I kind of get a little nervous when I don't see any action going on there. And I'm on a mobile hotspot. And sometimes that will slow things down greatly. So I'm cooking the bacon. give me the grease to fry the eggs in. I'm going to chop up this brat burger, add to the eggs. Besides just being really flavorful, and I did have some pork chops from the day before. I'm going to add some of that in there too. What I try to do is any of the leftovers I have, I try to use them in my eggs for the next couple mornings, just so that I'm not throwing anything away. Then generally I'll pour A1 steak sauce over everything. Because A1 is for eggs, it's not for steak. If you're using A1 steak sauce on steaks, you either bought bad meat or you're a bad cook. My opinion. When I was in training in Texas, and we could not get a good steak for the life of us. So, here we go. What do you usually prepare for breakfast? So usually I will have bacon and eggs will be my mainstay. And then I will, depending on what's available in the fridge, I will add to the eggs. So today, I chopped up some pork and some bratwurst to fry in with the eggs. Breakfast is going to be a very heavy protein meal for me. So generally my breakfast is going to consist over 50 grams of protein by the time I get done. Why so much protein? Because I do a lot of heavy lifting and I need the protein literally to heal. So if you're doing heavy lifting, if you're not ingesting enough protein throughout the day, and you have to do it throughout the day, you stand a chance of having your body start dissolving your muscles to repair the muscles that you have broken down. And that's not a good thing. You don't want to do that. Also, all vegetable peels and eggshells and coffee grounds go into my bucket here. And then I bring these out. Good morning, Randy. How we doing? How's the husband? Has he realized the error of his ways yet? So I'm pouring the eggs in the bowl first, because the other day I had one of the eggs were bad. I mean, these are fresh from the neighbor. And every now and then, they're going to forget about an egg. And if they find it later, it might have been sitting in the sun too long. And the old adage is when in doubt, throw it out. So I had to toss 5 eggs yesterday because of that. He never will, I fear. Well, I know sometimes we're stubborn. But I hope, we have our uses. So then the eggs, I got 3 good eggs in here. A little fresh ground pepper. A little sea salt from the seashore. That's sea salt. And mix it up. Whee! Now sometimes I'll also add, especially during the summer, when my garden is full swing, I will add green peppers and onions to it. My jalapeno plant that I brought inside again, so this will be the 3rd year it'll get planted. I've been putting it outside during the better weather and getting sun, and it's actually producing some jalapenos already. Miss Worm, you're in. Well, let's invite Binks in to say hello to everybody. You want to come in and say hi? Well, come on in. Come on in and say hi to everybody. Oh, I know. There we go. So here's Binks. Say hi, Binks. Hello. Now, Binks is aware of the computer screen. She's not aware of her. She does pay attention to the TV a little bit. And this is my wild feral cat, vicious animal. Terror for 6 years. No, the last 2 years she's been my buddy, haven't you? Yes, you are. You've been my buddy. Poor starved baby. Yeah. I told Mrs. McBean that she sent you an email, so we don't let her on the computer anymore. Nope. She's not starved. Trust me, I picked her up. She got plenty of weight to her. She's like, now she's living the life of Riley. I can just sit on the deck in the sun all day. Yeah, if I feel like it, I will go get a mouse. Because her catching mice has suffered lately. Yeah. But she loves to be in Daddy's arms. All righty. Say bye-bye to everybody. Meow, meow. Yeah, put you back in your chair. Sometimes she'll race me back to the house and then get in there. It's no big deal. She'll roam around the house and then eventually she'll come back up to the door. So here with the meat, I'm just warming it up in the pan before I add the eggs. So I like the farm fresh eggs. They're about 6 grams of protein per egg. They're a little larger, they might be more. Got 7 dozen in the fridge. The next time a neighbor offers me eggs, I'm probably gonna have to say, no, I'm good. Steve, how we doing? Thanks for joining in. If you haven't already, please hit the thumbs up. So today I'm gonna mix it up where I was doing the live, and then right after the live, I was doing my hike. I am actually going to go to the gym and do the heavy lifting first, and then later on today I'll do my hike. Kind of changes how things are. You like to be in a routine, but the routines can be dangerous too. Especially if somebody starts to pick up on your routine. So I try to change things up. But the reason I'm changing things up today is that I was thinking that walking 2.5, 3 miles was taking too much energy out of my day. So, I mean, I was only getting like 6 reps on 315. So I'm going to see if that's going to get more doing it this way. Tiki Buta. Now that's a new one. Slow in here today. Yeah, it is. And probably because John at Prepper Nation has got a really good live stream going on right now. And then when he finishes up, phone's ringing. Let's see what it is. Hello. Yeah, no idea what that one was about. Now the computers are trying to scam you. Using So slow in here today. Hopefully that picks up. Remember to hit the thumbs up. So Jennifer Prediction has got a good live stream going on, and I think they might still be over there. If not, I don't know, Randy, you came from over there. Was that still going or did that shut down? It's funny because a lot of us see each other all the time. I didn't see Black Cat Whirlywig on John this morning, so she may have slept in. 3 minutes left on the bike, and I'll be able to pay attention. Weather in the UK is, I expect some of us are out in the garden. Oh, lovely weather. Oh, okay. Well, it's lovely weather here today, too. Tomorrow, not so much. But after the gym, I will get a nice long walk in and try to get some things done outside just to confuse the wife. Now, she has Friday off. Not quite sure why she has Friday off, but she does. So that gives us a 3-day weekend. Then she'll say, well, we should go do something. And she'll talk about that all the way until Friday. And then we really don't do anything. Let that sit there and rest. Put this back in the fridge. So anyway, the topic was, I come up with a workout for somebody who's older. I come up with a workout and fitness plan for anybody. I just need to know what your goals are. Are you willing to put in the time safely? Keyword on safely. Because what I see happen too often in the fitness world is they get a trainer, and the trainer just trains the crap out of you. You know, you went from doing no activity to doing an hour of just constant activity, and 3 days later you're curled up in a ball. I shall start making up words just to keep you on your toes. I mean, you haven't already? It's gonna be nice and warm here today, and cold, and rain moves in. Yeah, and Randy, you get the weather about 8 to 12 hours before we get it. So generally, when my sister-in-law tells me what the weather they have in Buffalo, I know I'm going to have that weather coming. Just subtract about 5 to 10 degrees off it, because they are further south than we are. Ken Buck, welcome to the chat. Thanks for stopping in. Remember to hit the thumbs up. See who's possibly looked up Illinois on the map. Wasn't there where I thought it was. I thought it was further westwards. Surprised me. I can tell you when I weighed yesterday. Lost another 2 pounds last week. Well, good. 2 pounds is plenty. And that's another thing. You want to make sure that you don't overdo it. Now, I'm down from 262 pounds to about 245 pounds right now. In the summer, I'm going to try to get down to 242. And probably hold there. But congratulations. Another couple pounds is great. So evidently what you're doing is correct. Just keep doing it. That's what I always say, make small adjustments. Small adjustments over long periods of time equals great results. So Miss Warren, this will go out in the mail today. It will probably take the slow boat. I got to turn this side because I don't want anybody to see your information. So I imagine it'll be a couple weeks before you get it. But this is my shirt I'm sending to you. So I'll mail that this morning. Time for my multi. So when I've been going to the store lately, I've been kind of zeroing in on what I buy. I don't really want to lose weight. I find it hard to exercise and keep weight on. So exercise is always good for you. And if you exercise and you're still eating a good amount of calories, blood pressure and sugar, yep. So yeah, yesterday the wife and I went for a walk. We didn't go as long because she hasn't got to ramp it up like I have. So unfortunately, a lot of her job is sitting in front of a computer, and it's good for both your sugar level and your diabetics and blood pressure. So it's always good to get better. I've had these walks to improve my cardio. I identified it as something I needed to do. But did I go out and hike 5 miles the first day? No. I started with a mile and a half, and 2. And each day I go up a little bit further. I have really been feeling it in my legs. Losing the fat around the inner organs. That's good. Glad that you're losing a couple pounds. That is awesome. Good work. So I show 7 thumbs up. If you haven't hit it, please do. If you're wanting advice on nutrition and diet and exercise, you can put it in the live chat and I'll answer it the best I can. Or you can email me at scottishfitness@gmail.com, which I posted. It is also in my page. I was to start working today. Hey, Harvey Black, good day. But they got the medical and the drug test back, but out of 20 of us that were supposed to start today, 14 of us did not get our background check back yet. So the state police are running way behind. It's just, it's almost to the point where people don't want to do their work or they're just short-staffed. My daughter almost didn't get to leave Hawaii because they weren't cutting the orders correctly and actually had to tell her superiors, listen, if they don't get this done, we have to write my congressman. Voila, the next day everything was done. That wasn't the fault of her superiors. It was the people that were supposed to do the paperwork just didn't care. Yeah, my other daughter got sent up to Oregon to help fix a tool. And it took them 8 days for some lazy SOB to finally get her in the system so she could walk into the plant. It's ridiculous. The incompetence is just seeming to increase. I mean, I had to actually reach out to HR going, I'm supposed to start Monday. Haven't heard anything yet. They finally called me Friday evening. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll push you out to April 4th. Oh, great. Okay, Vanny, so we're going to talk about that. Coffee and tea is not breakfast. Remember, breakfast gets you moving. It raises your metabolism. It provides the energy for you to do things. That's why breakfast is important. If you don't eat breakfast, you're really not getting the clean energy you need to get. Oh, what my new job is, I'm working for Caterpillar. You may have heard of the company. And I'm going to be one of their heat treatment technicians. So I'll be working in a lab or just monitoring temperatures, and you're not hungry yet because you haven't trained yourself to be. So Randy, what I would do is when you first get up in the morning, is you have a half a glass of milk. And that'll get your digestive system going. And then, and I mean, 9 or 10 is when I'm eating breakfast anyway. Sometimes this is my second breakfast. And breakfast wants to consist of really clean carbs. Eggs are really clean. Protein and really clean carbs and aminos. Milk is clean. And like I said, if you're intolerant to milk, get the Fairlife. Got half the sugar. It's got more protein. And this is what gets me going. Now, another thing I'm going to do, and I got this from somebody commented on that, is I'm going to take some honey water to the gym and utilize that for energy, because honey is a very pure sugar. It's actually good for you. Here in the States, basically any good job requires a background check and a drug test. So if you're on illegal drugs, they don't want you working. And I can kind of understand it. Well, if you're adding the fasting and for the weight loss, and if it's working for you, then I continue to do that. So yeah. I don't think they want somebody coming to work handling machinery or monitoring a blast furnace or anything else that has a potential to harm if they are under the influence. So I imagine they're checking for drugs and alcohol and things like that. A lot of protein in raw cabbage. Okay, raw cabbage is probably why you're losing the weight. Eating cabbage and lettuce and things like that, you actually burn more calories digesting the food than the food gives you. So that's how I lost weight. During the summer, I cut down to 222 pounds by filling this Tupperware thing full of vegetables. So generally, I put a half a head of lettuce in here, a couple green peppers from the garden, a couple cucumbers from the garden, a bunch of tomatoes from the garden. And I take that to work. And I'll take about 3 or 4 cans of tuna. And that's what I ate. 5 days a week. That's what I was eating. On my days off, I ate whatever I wanted to. because you really can't diet 24/7. Steve Lyon's insurance requirement as well. Well, absolutely. You know, if I got the ability to change a furnace temperature from 1400 to 2100 degrees, probably want to make sure that I'm not a person that's going to be under the influence. Good morning, JJB Hugs. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, my better half of the day, I didn't even know it. Just bought smaller plates. Funny you say that, but that's actually a thing. That is actually a thing. I can see the size plates I eat on. I eat on big plates. Maybe I'll start serving dinner on the small saucers. Maybe I can put Mrs. McBean on a diet. I forgot all about that. Grant, good morning. Yep, weekend was quiet. The weather on Sunday was nice. Went for a walk with the wife. Took the plant outside to get sun. I'll take it out again today. So really enjoyed the day today. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do. Thanks for rolling in. So if you're older, exercises you can do. Well, you can walk stairs. I've noticed my older brother, now that he's been living in a ranch house for a long time, really has an issue with stairs. And he has an issue with his back, issue with his knees. You know, he is older than me, but I don't have any problem with stairs. I think the reason he does now is because he hasn't utilized stairs in a long time. It's kind of a law of use and disuse. If you stop using something, you stop using the motion, and it becomes difficult as you get older. But stairs are things you can do. Going for walks. You will burn the same amount of calories if you walk a mile or if you run a mile. The only thing you're going to change is the rate of your heart rate. Cranberry permanent juice, well, that's good. But only half a glass full. So going for walks. Lifting weights, whether they're heavy weights, whether they're light weights. If they're light weights, you do more reps. If they're heavy weights, you do less reps. You know, push-ups, pull-ups, sit-ups. Be careful with sit-ups, though. Especially when you're older, because your abs are more apt to cramp, and that's never a good thing. You know, moving around, just going out in the garden and pulling weeds. You know, going and getting water, taking a walk to the local park, taking the dog for a walk. All those things will increase you moving around. And then after you do that for a month, then you can step it up. And do that for another month, and then maybe bump it up a little bit. Take it slow and over time. Right, walking is less taxing on the knees. So when I'm on my hike, I'm just doing a brisk walk. Yeah, spring is here. Started officially yesterday. We'll still get bad weather, but it'll be less and less all the time. Bringing in wood every day definitely will do it. Chopping that wood will definitely do it. So all those things are good things for you. So yesterday I picked up some cottage cheese. That's a really good source of protein. I like to add it to my salad. Picked up some more bread. Yoga's good. Yeah, I do eat a lot of yoga or yoga. I was thinking yogurt. I was on that food. Yeah, yoga's tough. That balancing stuff. And that'll actually strengthen a lot of your little muscles that keep joints tight together and that. So that's good for you too. Oh, there we go. So that's funny. So this is how I buy it. And to me, this is the individual service. Black Cat Whirlywig, thanks for joining us. One thing when I eat, it really gets the lungs moving for whatever reason. So got 11 in chat, 10 thumbs up. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do. Christopher, hey, glad to see you. Happy Monday. So, just kind of revamp for those getting in here. I was supposed to start working today, but it got pushed off for 2 weeks because they don't have all the paperwork in, which is disappointing. I did not want to go another 2 weeks without a paycheck, but gotta do what I gotta do. Spaghetti sauce over cottage cheese. I have never had that. Usually I just put fresh ground pepper over it. Interesting. Okay. Well, who's lurking? Someone's lurking. Grant already know of. Sometimes I just try to hit some ads and see who's lurking there. I got 10 people in chat. See about 5 people talking. So if you're new to the channel, thanks. Welcome. Thanks for coming in. We're talking about nutrition and fitness. Breakfast is one of the main things I talk about. If you're just joining in, we went over vitamins, multivitamins, vitamin C for immunity and repair, D3 for skin health and immunity, zinc for immunity and repair, and your multivitamin is trying to kind of get everything. So thanks for rolling in. We're talking about, talking about my sponsor here. So if you're wanting really good cookware, Steve Lyons can attest to this. Cutco knives. This thing I have not had to sharpen yet. I think I'm going on 7 months. 7 months. And it slices through all the meat like it's not even there. Where my other knives, like my Chicago cutlery and that, I usually got to sharpen about every 6 or 7 weeks to maintain the edge on it. Who's lurking? I don't know. I haven't had them pop up yet. I tried a few to see if they'd show up. But nothing so far. I know some of the bigger channels will listen in, and then John Mack, all right, welcome. I had to take my car in, but I did walk 4 miles home. That was a good walk. So like I said, I'm going to change my walk to the afternoon. I'm going to save my energy for the heavy workout today. Because I remember when I walked on Wednesday and I went to the gym, I definitely felt it. Now doing legs that day. And that made that real interesting. Here I'm doing squats and my legs are already tired and sore. Gotta pick up some more bottled water today. So this morning, when we went to the gym, do my regular bench workout, then come home, eat lunch, and then go for my hike. Should be really nice, sunny and warm. So I'll probably be just a t-shirt on. Go do a little bit more recon. Yep, we like to go out to Utica, Illinois, where you've got a few parks out there. You got Buffalo Rock, you got Starved Rock, you got Maston State Park out there. And all have got really good trails. A lot of going up and down. And now that my youngest is stateside, I better get back in hiking shape. So I can try to keep up with her. Whether I'll be successful or not, I don't know. But at least I'll make an attempt. So today, my pre-workout will be water and honey instead of the other stuff, and I think that's going to be a good move. There you go. I'm using bands to get the shoulders warmed up before lifting. That's a good idea. Some potato cheese soup today. I like potato soup. When I make potato soup, I have a Bear Creek package. I use kind of a cheat. I can make it raw too, but it's just too easy to use it. I'll cut up about 3 potatoes, add to it. I'll put in another can of cream of potato soup. I'll chop in some ham or Spam. Usually a small can of peas. And then when we serve it, I put bacon bits over it. So I'll cook up some bacon, let it dry out. And then a handful of cheese. And then pepper. Is that ever a good meal? So generally the chicken noodle, a homemade soup I make in the potato soup. We'll have during the winter all the time. And it'll feed us for a day and a half. So I did make it from, well, pretty much scratch. You know, I made it with just the raw potatoes and put cream of potatoes in there. But I've never made it from scratch, I guess you would say. Did I have corned beef and cabbage last week? No, I did not. Or if I have, no, I think I threw that shirt downstairs. So I was wearing a shirt. Let me see if I have it. My wife got me a shirt. And basically it said, everybody's a little Irish on St. Paddy's Day, except the Scottish. We're still Scottish. And that's what I wore on St. Paddy's Day, both the weekend before and on the Thursday. Make mine with chicken broth, potatoes, chicken broth, onion and garlic powder, Fiesta blend cheese, and whole cheddar cheese. That's cool. Pulled my left shoulder 2 days ago, working one-handed now. How'd you pull your shoulder? Just curious. Found you and subdue with notifications. You're probably talking to Michael. Body beat down. I like listening to him. Michael one got me going on my hikes again. So I have to thank him for that. I'm just going to change it when I do it. So if you're new to the station, thanks for coming in. Hit the thumbs up, like, and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. So, pretty much, my shoulders are in pretty good shape. Try to keep them that way. Shoulders are very important to any of your upper body lifting. If they're not strong and healthy, nothing else is going to be. Quite a few, John. Quite a few. I'm not one. Yeah, working low, building high. There you go. I'm not one to sit still for very long. But the reason I'm walking back up here is because I can't read the comments from back here. I'm just using my laptop for my live streaming, and it's a smaller one. But, for $379, I couldn't pass it up. So one of my purchases I made at Costco that made it work. Yep, I walk miles 5 feet at a time. I'm always going upstairs, downstairs. Better listen to your stomach. Well, kind of going through my analytics on my channel, kind of trying to get a feel for how it's doing. And it is a nice tool to let you know if you're below average, average, or above average. So what happened is in the beginning of my channel, after about 3 months, very slow growth, I had a video just go. And within a 2-week period of time, it got like over 500,000 views. I'm like, wow. Yeah, I went from having 25 subscribers to 200. 500 to 1,000 to, before I knew it, I was monetized. My kids got involved. Said, Dad, you gotta do this, you gotta do this, you gotta do this. So I had them do all that, and I got like 3,300 subscribers in a very, very short period of time. Gotta go, John. Thanks for stopping in. Please hit the thumbs up, and we'll see you next time. And then reality struck in, and then it kind of stagnated. And now it's kind of going back where it's doing probably what it should be doing. You see these channels that have 50, 100,000, 200,000 followers, but they've been at it for over a decade, and I've been at it for under a year, so I'm kind of happy where it's going. Yep, shout outs from the other prepper chats always help. And engaging people from those chats, I think, helps too. I mean, with this worm, I met first over at Alaska Prepper before she came over to my channel and offered her services. Randy, I think Prepper Nation is where I met you. Same thing with Prepper Cowboy and a lot of the other ones that pop in, Black Cat World Wig. I think met you at Prepper Nation and a few others. Because I noticed that we were all watching a lot of the same channels, which makes sense. I think on my live stream, you're here to keep an eye on Binks. Make sure Binks is taken care of. But my live stream, half the people that are here are from the preparedness groups. And I find I enjoy those groups probably more than I do the fitness ones. There are other good fitness groups out there, but there are a lot of them that are kind of full of themselves. Yeah, I'm more of the meat and potatoes, do it the simple way. Put work in and enjoy, small results at a time. Yeah, and I know that, Body Be Done, and I put a couple of your videos on my channel. And I mention you every time. And I like your channel. It's down to earth like mine. So I tell you what, you get one of those videos, you get about a 3 to 5 minute video that YouTube, for whatever, falls in love with, it take off. I found using the hashtags are very important. We've actually had a few bots. Yeah, this worm takes care of them really quick. Boom. Which we haven't had any bots so far, or I haven't even had a chance to see him. Harvey Black, I met him from Gray Man Prepping. And I'm on that Discord. I'm on Liberty Bell's Discord, Gray Man's Prepper Nation. I just got on theirs. There's a few others. So there's probably about 15 to 20 people I see every day on either one or more channels. But I always reach out and say hello. And they always reach out and say hello. So, Preparedness Veteran, hey, good morning. Thanks for popping in. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do. Like and share. Grant, thanks for stopping in. Like I said, if you guys have any other, questions that you want to send me personally, just send them to my email at scottishfitness@gmail.com. I am definitely small enough where I can answer them all. This is my new shirt. It's for sale, so if you're interested in that, same thing as email me. I have sold quite a few of them locally. And I've mailed a few off. I did mail this one to John at Prepper Nation, and he wore it last Friday, which was just a wonderful thing to see. I've already subbed since Scott Swede live feed. Thank you, appreciate it. Yeah, I enjoyed being on his feed. The problem is my mobile hotspot really is not good enough for StreamYard. And I don't know how well I showed up. Uh, Everybody said they could hear me and I was moving well, but on my end, everybody else was freeze framing. So I think after the third time I got kicked off, I figured I'd just kind of watch everybody else. Now, maybe if I disabled the video, maybe that would help. I'll try that next time he asks me to come over. Yeah, mobile tethering feed but I don't have any other choice at this time because I am out in the middle of nowhere. Although hopefully by the end of the year, that Starlink will be available. And if it is, then I'll make the investment because it will give me a better and faster feed, which I need anyway. My wife does. She does a lot of computer work for her class. Excuse me. Coffee is getting better, but mornings when everything starts clearing up, especially after I eat. The calories are no fun. My army buddy's the same way. He says, yeah. He says, it's Mucinex DM every night. And I said, yeah, that's where I'm at too. Hopefully by the end of the year, I could switch over to a Starlink and then do the StreamYard and have guests over and stuff like that. I tried StreamYard one time and everybody had a black screen. I had to go back to YouTube. Yeah, I had to live stream because the connection is so slow. And that's what the AT&T was doing to me. They had me on unlimited, but after only 5 gigabytes, they would slow me down to just ridiculous. I just couldn't upload anything. So I had to go. Well, absolutely, JJB, hugs. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, I've been on for about an hour. It's probably about time to get off, but it's usually the time I donate for this. This is for it. Then I'll go get ready to go to the gym with my honey water, and then come back for my nice long walk. I'll try to post the walk. When I do a video on the walk, it's usually I'm just going to be talking about the day, talking about what I'm seeing around me, kind of relate it to real world things. I even had a little fun with the other one. Gotta support that has kitties. Well, I have a cat. She so far has invited a big raccoon up on the deck, which I had to chase away. And then the other day, she had a smaller tabby up here. So the big tabby, she would, just scream at and have me chase it off. So I'm looking there, and she's right there, and the tabby's about 2 foot from her, and out the door, and she walked in, and the other cat took off, and I kind of yelled at it, and then she seemed like she was mad that I yelled at her, so it might be her friend. So how long do you walk? So I just started about 2 weeks ago doing the walks. Number one, the weather was kind of something it didn't let me do. So as anything, and as I advise, I always start slow and steady. So my first walk was only a mile. I am up to, I think my last walk was 3.2 miles. I went when I went yesterday, but it was only a mile because the wife was with me. Do I target heart rate or time? Nope, don't even target either one. I just go walk. I naturally have a fast pace, and my goal is to go a little bit further every time until I actually do a complete loop, which I think will be about 6 miles. I'm doing the walk for 2 reasons. I'm doing it to get my heart rate up and cardio. And I'm also doing it for recon. Driving around your area and walking around your area gives you a whole completely different results. I have learned some key information on what is out that way about a mile that I was not aware of before. And in a SHTF scenario, that area now would be an area of concern. So, you know, so I'm actually reconning the area. I'm gathering intelligence on the area. I know what's behind me pretty well because I used to deer hunt it, and there's really not much back there. And I know what's to the south of me, and I know it's to the north of me, but to the east of me, there's a lot of information that I had to. Right, you get to hear things. There's areas where there's actually people living in it, in an area that I would not think would be good enough for you to live in or safe enough. There are people living there. And I got to figure they're living there, because that's the only place they have to go to. I don't even know if they're squatters or if they're actually citizens of the area. So if things did go hit the fan, that is my area of concern. And I've also got to make friends with all the dogs. So I usually can make friends with dogs really easy. Dogs can sense a lot about you. And dogs can tell I like dogs. So the big pit bull there is now my buddy. The 4 labs, they always have been. I got the black lab and the German Shepherd now, my buddy. I got the beagle that used to come over all the time. I know where she is now. So my thing, whether you're in the city, whether you're in the country, whether you're out in the middle of nowhere, is to get on foot and find out what's in your area. Find out who. I've talked to a neighbor I've never talked to before. I've waved before. But now I've talked to him and I've gotten to know him. He's a good guy, but I got to know a lot about the area, the people around us that he's talked to. So it's I occasionally walk, but mostly 2 or 3 mile walks every other day. Great low level fitness. And it is 2 or 3 miles is fine. My goal is to work it up to 5 or 6, as long as I had the time to do it. And like I was telling everybody, I'm switching when I'm doing it. Usually I go on my walk right now, and then I would go to the gym. But I'm going to reverse that now, so I have more energy to push the heavy weights at the gym, and then refuel up, and then go for my walk. And I'll see how that'll go. I'll download maybe a 5-minute video on my walk later on this afternoon. Should only take about an hour or 2 to download. But I need to scoot and give the hubby some attention. And there you go. So anyway, everybody, and I need to scoot too. Usually I try to limit this about an hour. Any hills? In my area, no. Illinois is very flat unless you're in Utica, which we go to a lot, and we walk those trails at Star Rock, Matheson State Park, and Buffalo Rock. I have some really good trails with hills and canyons and things like that. Or you got to go up to Galena where there's hills. But here it's pretty flat. It's more just rolling. So yeah, not a hill that you would call a hill. It's pretty flat. I have some videos out there. It's called Walk Down the Country Road. If you look at them, you'll get a really good idea of just how flat the area is. And those could use some views anyway. It's funny that some of the things I would think would get lots of views don't, and then the ones I think wouldn't get. So you never know what the algorithm's going to do. But everybody, thanks for dropping in. You all have a good day. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for sharing. And the best way to support this channel is to go to my playlist and let them run in the background. Just let the ads run. And that's the best way to support me, the easiest way. Or I do have the Scottish Fitness Just Get in the Gym and Lift shirts available. $20 plus $7.50 shipping and handling to the United States, which I know includes Hawaii, and I'm pretty sure it includes Alaska also. If you're overseas, it's like $17 to $20 to ship. But if you are interested in that, just shoot me an email over at scottishfitness@gmail.com. And otherwise, I'll see everybody again tomorrow morning. Miss Warren will be running to the post office on my way to the gym. You all have a wonderful day. Thank you.